This is Yosha, and today I've brought you something very, very special. Just take a look at this. I might if I may because I think that I could. But do you think that I should? Yes, today we're talking about modal verbs, my absolute favorite item in the whole of English grammar. Simply because they're so elegant, so simple really. Semantically, yes, it might be challenging sometimes, but just take a look at this. I might if I may because I think that I could. Do you think that I should? This can be so many different things. And well, okay. So let's get started. Take a look at this. It's an old teacher joke. You may know it. Can I go to the toilet, miss? Asks the kid. And the teacher says, I'm sure you can, but you may not. Yes, what's going on here? Essentially, the teacher is playing with two meanings of can: permission and capability. Can, of course, is a modal verb, and as such, it has many meanings, among them permission and capability, but also impossibility, among others. Now, grammatically speaking, modals are really easy. Just think of can. But there are many meanings. Can sometimes be challenging. Keep that in mind. Now, most languages have one or two guiding principles in their deep-level grammar. In English, it's economy of form that organizes the language. That's why I only have 5 verb forms. And many other languages, such as Spanish, have many, many more. Okay, now, on the one hand, this economy of form is really good news for you. A couple of rules can save you a lot of work. On the other hand, it also means that words have many meanings. And it means that auxiliary verbs of all kinds and syntax have a central role in English grammar. Remember what you know about sentence structure. You know, las preguntas se hacen así, las negaciones son así, auxiliary subject, infinitive. Now, modal verbs are special auxiliaries, and they say something about other verbs and then the whole sentence. Okay. Now, to make a sentence negative or to make a question, you need an auxiliary. But you already knew that, didn't you? If there is in the auxiliary slot, you always use the first auxiliary in the sentence, or you add do in whichever form you may need. Like in, do you play football? Did you play football yesterday? Have you been playing football? And if you use a modal verb, it will always be the auxiliary. The A in las preguntas se hacen así. That's why you can never have more than one modal in one clause. There can only be one. That's the first rule I need you to remember. There can only be one. Let's take a closer look at the general characteristics of modal verbs in general. To do so, it's kind of helpful to think about the very first modal verb in English that you ever learned. It was can, wasn't it? Now, make yourself a couple questions. Does can take an S in third person singular present? Does it have a past participle, an ing form? Does it have a real infinitive, and an infinitive with to? And, of course, is could always the past of can? Think about things like, I could ride a bicycle when I was 6. On the one hand, yes, yeah, that's past of can, alright. But what about, could you repeat that, please? That's different, isn't it? There are many questions, but there's only one answer. No, no, and no again. Modal verbs have only one or two forms, and their past form, if they have one at all, is often an independent modal verb as well, or rather conditional than past, as is the case with this can-could thing. And you shouldn't forget either that will is a modal verb as well. The future of I can is I will be able to, because, once more, there can only be one. Also, I want you to take a closer look at this right now. I will be able to. What follows the modal verb here, and always, is an infinitive. A straightforward infinitive without to, straight. I will be able to. Be. Okay. This very same rule holds for all modal verbs. Now, modal verbs are used to communicate many different meanings, and often their own meaning mainly depends on their context. To make this a bit clearer, I've brought you a couple warning signs to start with, and I want you to tell me what those signs mean, both with and without modal verbs. Sorry about that. Now, I just want you to fill in what's missing. Let's get started. Caution, this sign has sharp edges. Do not touch the edges of this sign. That's a warning. And the warning basically says it's not a good idea to touch the edges. Very good. Okay, now how would you say that with a modal verb? You shouldn't touch the edges. You shouldn't touch the edges. It's not a good idea to touch the edges. So, should and its negative form, shouldn't, is for advice. Or this one here. Without a modal, it's that wombats are ahead. It's for wombats to be ahead. It's possible. Yes. How would you express this with a modal verb? Yes, there may or there might be wombats ahead. Might is a bit more tentative, a bit more careful than may, but they basically mean the same. May and might is for possibility. Yes. And this one, no authorized people allowed in this premises. No, not even authorized people. If they're not authorized, it looks like it's forbidden to enter. Yes, it's forbidden to enter, even for authorized people. So, with a modal, you mustn't or you can't enter. Very good. Can't and mustn't is for prohibition. Yes. And what about this one? Your first lesson free. Without a modal, it's not necessary to pay for a first lesson. How would you say that with a modal verb? Well, you don't have to pay for a first lesson. So don't have to is for non-necessity. Now, one important thing about don't have to. Have to is not a modal verb at all. It's what you call a semi-modal. That is to say, it works as a modal verb, it has the same meaning as a modal verb, but it functions grammatically as a normal, straightforward verb, just like want to. Still, let's go on. Okay, there are a few modals we've skipped so far. Must and have to for obligation. You must do your homework. Oh, I have to do my homework. Needn't is more or less the same as don't have to. So, you needn't do it again, you needn't do it for today, but you do have to do it for tomorrow. Must, can't, and couldn't can also be used for certainty. Oh, that must be the dog. You can't be serious. That couldn't possibly be true. All that kind of stuff. Then there is ought to, which is basically the same as should, and a few others. But let's work with these we've got so far. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you some cartoons, They're more or less health related, all of them. And I want you to make health related rules based on those cartoons. Prayer is good, hygiene even better. Never been more true. How would you say that? Yes, you should wash your hands. You should wash your hands 20 seconds minimum with plenty of soap and very carefully. I think you can tell quite often these days. Okay, what about this here? It's my version of healthcare reform. Eat your veggies. What is his mother telling him? He has to eat his vegetables. Yes, very good. That's necessity, obligation. He has to eat his vegetables. The mother may say, you must eat your vegetables. The boy will say, I have to eat these vegetables. Okay. Next one. Here's my mother's number in case I don't make it. On the treadmill. What does he think? He thinks he might die. Very well done. Yes. He thinks he might die. It's a possibility. Okay. Next one. What fits your busy schedule better? Exercising 1 hour a day or being dead 24 hours a day? What is the doctor talking about? What does it mean? Well, the patient must exercise. And this one. Checking the health. Yeah, what's the rule? You should eat healthy food. Yes, you should eat healthy food. That is advice or a general rule kind of thing. You should eat healthy food to stay healthy. Okay, so next one. What is she talking about when she says if you go on a diet and lose 5 pounds only to gain back 10 the following month, how many infuriating, godforsaken pounds do you weigh? What is she talking about? What, weight loss? Yes. Losing weight can be difficult. It can be difficult. Capability, very good. And this one. Man, I could kill a human right now. What does the sign say? You can't smoke in there. And if you want to say it yourself, from your own point of view, coming from you, you would say, you mustn't smoke in here. Very good. And one more here. Where are you off to? I'm going down to the A&E. But you're not sick. I know. But by the time I'm done queuing, I might be. Why is he going to the medical center? Something he knows? He knows he's going to have to wait. Yes, he'll have to wait. So, that's it for now. Practice a bit. Thanks for watching, and as usual, don't forget to be awesome.